Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Yoga Body Daily. I am here actually in my yoga room. I'm teaching a little class this morning. Can you see it? Yeah, I've just got like a small group coming this morning and ready to brush out the cobwebs and get yogaed up for the new year. So yes, this is the first class back from New Year for these ladies. So yeah, I've met a lovely group in Portugal who all seem to really like my classes, so that's good. And some have even signed up to my program, my 12-week program, which is starting on Monday, and I've actually got butterflies about it. I'm really excited. Anyway, so I've got a tip for you today. The tip is, I wanted to reconfirm what I've said on my masterclass, and that tip is around the fact that on my 12-week program and in everything I teach, we don't just focus on food and exercise. And I want to reiterate this because food and exercise is important, but it's not what gets you to your goal long term, okay? We work on what I call the whole human. So think of yourself as a whole human with emotions. You've got a mind, obviously, and you've got hormones, right? And those three areas are basically, they cover off the food and exercise. Exercise is kind of like a subheading underneath them, right? So I just wanted to explain this again, because people keep asking me. So what I do is I focus on hormones, and under hormones comes tons of stuff like, it is the food, the nutrition is hormones, but also it's things like stress affect our hormones, yeah? And yoga obviously helps with stress. And we work on balancing our hormones through nutrition, through the quality of the food that we eat, through being hydrated, through looking at what we're putting on our skin, like toxins and that kind of thing, because that all really affects our estrogen levels. And we also look at, the quality is really important as well, because if you're eating like ready meals and that kind of thing, they're like dense in calories and zero nutrition, yeah? So your body gets really confused and it throws your hunger signals out of whack. So that's why we focus on hormones, because if we're supporting our hormones correctly, then we're eating a nutritious diet. It's about nourishing your body, right? So that's what we focus on. We don't calorie count, we don't count anything. We look at the quality of the food and we we look at how much you're eating, but we get you to retrain yourself, your hunger signals. So we've got a way of doing that, okay? And it's a process of retraining yourself so that you're not overeating as well. And in that comes the emotions, yeah? So emotional eating is, and I talk about emotions, hormones, emotions, and mindset. So emotions are so important. Obviously, sometimes we have high days, sometimes we have low days. And sometimes we feel motivated, sometimes we feel like crap, and we don't feel like doing this yoga or diet or whatever it is. And so that's why it's so important to pay attention to your emotions. It's also really important because the emotions drive emotional eating, obviously, yeah? And most of the time, we don't even realise that we're emotionally eating, right? We're kind of just on autopilot going to the fridge and you're not even really aware that there's a feeling there that's driving it, right? It's kind of subconscious almost. It is subconscious. It's just a habit that we've developed over time, and we really get into that nitty gritty. And if you can tweak that, even just tweak it slightly so that you're doing it less, you'll lose weight, and that's it. You don't have to change your whole life, and there are just sometimes just little tweaks that you can make. So that's the mindset that I had, was that I had to go on a massive diet and throw out everything and be in the gym every single day, and but that's because I was in a hurry as well, and that's another mindset, yeah? So the diet mentality is being in a hurry to lose weight, doing it quick, getting it off. And also it's, it has to be a big diet. And so there that's where the mindset work comes in. So that's number 3, hormones, emotions, mindset. Mindset, everybody's got a mindset about everything. You know, how we think about anything affects our results. Okay, so if you are not creating the results that you want with your body right now, that's because of what's in here. Not because of what you're eating. Yes, it is because of what you're eating, but it starts here, right? So you've got a mindset around something that's causing you to retain weight or put on weight or not lose weight. And so that is... I'll just do a quick example. For example, say maybe you believe, for example, that you have to go on a diet to lose weight. Okay? And if you see it that way, going on a diet, what feelings does that conjure up? That thought, oh, I've got to go on a diet to lose weight. Just saying that phrase to me when I was a dieter would just conjure up feelings of, a bit of anxiety. I've got to give up it. I've got to give up this. I've got to give up that. And so that would be making you feel restricted, deprived, a bit frustrated, and just not really looking forward to it. And there's swings and roundabouts. Sometimes you would be really motivated, but often it's motivated from a place of I hate my body, and again, that is not going to work long term either. So what I'm saying is we look at the mindset around it and we look at how we can get in there and shift that mindset around dieting so that you don't feel restricted and deprived, because your thoughts create your feelings. It's the way that you're thinking about it that is creating what you're feeling about it, right? And those feelings are driving your actions, right? So this is what we unpick. So if you're feeling restricted and deprived, you're going to start to think, I'm sick of this. And then Friday comes along and everyone's having a pizza, you'll be like, oh, sod it. And that's what happens, sabotage. And that's what drives sabotage. It's that feeling coming from that place of feeling deprived and restricted. So there you go. Those are the 3 areas. It's hormones, emotions, and mindset. And they're so important for getting you to your goal long term. If you focus on the food and the exercise only, obviously I haven't mentioned yoga yet. Yoga facilitates it all. Yoga helps you. Yoga is obviously a great exercise as well. But I kind of leave that because it just naturally comes into each area, because we still the mind. It helps with the mind, it helps with the emotions, it helps us feel, and it also helps with our hormones. So it kind of is like an umbrella thing that's going on. So I just wanted to explain that because I was just trying to explain it to somebody else this morning, and I just wanted to come live and give you this kind of, in a nutshell, this is how the program works. And it's not a quick fix. It's not a crash diet. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a 12-week program, and we work on all of this. And by the end of it, we work on the whole human, and by the end of it, you come out a different human, okay? You're still you, obviously, but you have changed your mindset so that you do things differently, and you don't feel restricted, deprived, and all of the above when you want to nourish your body with good food, okay? So there's a kind of idea there about mindset. So and yoga really helps. And whenever I do yoga, I don't come out of a yoga class thinking, God, I've got to go and have McDonald's. It doesn't really happen. You feel different. You feel different. Yoga makes you in touch with what's in here, with the real you, with what's inside, and your true self. Your true self has your best interests at heart. Yeah. It's your ego, your mind, that is actually telling you, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Oh, she's got it. I can't look like her. And that's your mind doing all of that. But when you go in here and really connect to yourself, this is the you that has your own back, and that's going to be compassionate towards you. And that's where the yoga comes in. It's bringing you closer to you, closer to your true self, not being affected by outside influences that are making you feel a certain way, and therefore leading to emotional eating, sabotage, etc., etc. Now it sounds may sound a bit complicated, but it does take a little while for it all to click into place. And when it does, it's like, oh my God, I don't have to live like this anymore. I can go through my life eating like a normal person, exercising, doing exercise that I enjoy, or when I feel like it, and not put on weight. And at some point in the 12 weeks, it will click for you, and all these things will come together, and that is how it works. And I'm telling you, this works, and you won't have to diet again. And that's my tip for today. It's a really, really big tip, but I just had to explain it again because so many people are asking me how it works. And I can't tell you because everyone's different. It works differently for everybody. But once you just start practicing, doing this daily practice of mindset work and some yoga and and starting to feel your emotions and checking in with yourself and being compassionate to yourself and just starting this practice, suddenly, give it a couple of weeks. It will get easier and easier and easier, and then you'll be a different you at the end of it, I promise you. So, if you're interested in my programme, please just drop me a DM. I'm going to post a link, and yeah, let's talk.